Well, good morning guys and welcome back to another video. I've came back out to the forest today. Now the reason being, a lot of the fall colours now, the leaves have fallen off the trees, but what we're left with when you come to the forest, we're left with these glorious mossy branches that I like so much. If you can find really thick mossy branches, they can make for some really nice images, you know, abstract or wide shots. So that's the purpose of this video today. You'll have probably seen as I came into the forest, we have had our first snowfall, just a little floody, but they're expecting a lot more as the weeks go on. But it's a beautiful, peaceful morning. We're forecast fog this morning. There is a little bit, but not as much as I would like, because to get that fog, it just separates the background from the subject that you're photographing, or even if we get some nice light to highlight those mosses. But we'll see how the day works out anyway. So I'm going to venture into this forest a bit further, see what I can come across, find some subjects of interest and see if we can get some images today. So I've came across my first composition. It's quite chaotic, but when you take time to look around, you can actually make an image out of it. Now the interest, like I said, that's my interest today, is these lovely green mosses on the trees. So I'm looking for trees with really thick, vibrant moss that's catching some of that light. Now we don't have any sunlight in here, it's still pretty overcast, we don't have any fog. But I think it's still worth a shot, and I'll be able to explain my composition. There's actually an owl. I've just noticed there's an owl in a tree looking down on us, just sitting there on the tree perch watching us. So anyways, about this composition, you've got these trees here with these green mosses on. Now there's three trees in particular that really interest us. Now I've got this tree here. It's got the moss hanging off. I've got one to the right hand side, to the right hand corner. It's got them really thick mosses on. And I've got one here to the left hand side, and it's got those really thick mosses on as well. Now there is a tree in the centre, but there's not a lot going on the trunk. So I'm trying to discard that tree. So what I've found, with taking time and have a good look about, I've found that I can actually hide it behind this tree. So what you're going to be able to see is this tree, the one to the right hand side in the corner there, and the one to the left hand side. So then you'll get a wide shot of the formation of these branches with the mosses on, and it makes a really nice shot. Now we've got a gap in the forest here, so it's letting some of the ambient light of the sky. Now that's highlighting these mosses from above. So the direction of light's going to be coming from above down to the forest floor here. Now the forest floor itself, it's really messy, it's really chaotic. So that's why I just want to pick a section of this forest for an image. Now the fact that I'm going to be raising the camera to shoot a section of this forest, it means I can exclude the sky as well. Now the sky is not blown out, but the fact that I'm just photographing a section, I can keep the sky out and I can keep this messy forest floor out the shot. And we'll see how it works out. I'm just laughing because the owl's still looking at us. But we'll try a couple of compositions. I might go in a bit closer. Hopefully the conditions get a bit better and we get some fog in here. But I'll get back to camera and I'll talk you through the settings that I've gone for. Now I've turned the ISO up so you can see the back of my LCD and see what, you know, I'll be able to explain my reasoning for taking this shot. But I've made sure that all the trees and branches are separated. You'll remember this tree here, the darkest one in the frame. It's got this lovely branch coming off with the mosses on and the one underneath. Now I'm making sure that they don't touch. Now the tree before that I didn't want in the shot, I've hid it behind this tree, so that's always key when you're taking a shot. If there's any distractions, you can always hide it by simply moving your camera. Now I've moved my camera to the right hand side to hide that tree. I've filled the left hand side of the frame with this tree that I liked with the branches. The right hand side of the frame's filled with these lovely branches, and they're being highlighted by the reflective light of the sky. Now I'm focus stacking the image. I'm going to focus on this tree, then that tree. That makes sure that I get them all nice and sharp. I'm not too bothered about the background, so I'm shooting at f8, and that seems to be softening that background because I haven't got those nice atmospheric conditions. I don't want the background to be too distracting, so I want it to be quite dark, and the main attention is going to be on these branches coming off these trees. So I've been continuing my walk through this forest in search of those mossy branches. Not that it's hard to find, because it's absolutely everywhere. And I've came across this tree in front of us here, and it looks amazing. The branches are so thick with this moss. I think there's an image there. I'm going to go around, have a look at it from different angles, and probably choose a section of that tree, and we'll see if we can get an image. So I'm going to get back to camera. We have got some light coming in, but it doesn't last for very long because it is still pretty overcast. But we'll see what we can make of this image. So I've got set up here for this shot. It looks amazing on the back of camera. Even though we haven't got those conditions that I so wish for, it's still making for a really nice image. We've got that reflective light from the sky on the top of those mosses, because the mosses are being lit from above there. Now I'm shooting at f11. It's getting all the branches and the main trunk of the tree in focus, which is what I wanted. I've turned the ISO up again so you can see the back of the camera there. So I've got the main tree, part of the tree is to the right hand side, and it's got some lovely mossy branches leading off, like you can see. The left hand side I've filled it with them thick mossy branches. Now I'm getting away with 1/8 of a second. Reason being, it is still quite sheltered in here, and the breeze has dropped quite a lot, so we're not getting much movement there. Now f11, it's getting all these branches that I want in focus, and the background slightly soft, which is what I want. We've got those uniform trees. I've got the polarizer on for this shot just to make those colours a bit more vibrant, and it seems to be working out a really nice shot. So I'm gonna carry on taking some images here, and we'll see how we get on, see if we can find anything else before I move on. Well, I have felt spots of rain. I think the rain's going to come back, so I've decided to call an end to the day. It's been great photographing these mossy trees. You know, we didn't get those foggy atmospheric conditions that I was hoping for, because when you get these mosses and they're backlit by the sunshine, it can make for some really nice images. Now, we did come away with some images, so that's a thumbs up for me. You know, I'm pleased that I managed to grab some shots. So yeah, so it is starting to rain. Now, I did manage to capture some images, and those images are images that I'm going to return to over a period of time when I do get the snowfall that I want to hide the forest floor, and we do get those shafts of light like I'm getting on my face now. I can't believe the sun's came out. Now, there is a chance that I'm going to be going over to Vancouver Island pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be great to spend some more time with Adam Gibbs and maybe meet up with Photo Trippers again. I thoroughly enjoyed the last trip. But for now, if you've enjoyed the content of today's video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below. It's always great to read your comments, and I see that a lot more of you are commenting now, so that really encourages me to get out, and it gives us an idea of what people want to see in my videos. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's always much appreciated. And from me and the forest, until next time, bye bye.